everyone, Grace here from All Sunny Farms, and today I'm going to be talking about over supering and bottom supering. Now we've been hearing a lot about these methods. This is not really like a hive configuration. This is just like a method you can use for trying to get the bees to draw your super frames out more quickly. I'm going to be talking more about it, and I'm going to be giving you a pro and a con about it. Now, first, let's just get to the normal. Let's go for the top supering. So say once you have your standard deep hive, you have all your brood, frames, everything you need, right? You're gonna put your super on here. And then you leave for about a week or two, let them draw it out, come back, see if they have honey in it. If not, leave it for another week and come back and see if they draw it out. And it doesn't take them really too long, but it does take them just a little bit to come from the bottom and go up and actually find the super and start working on it. It usually takes them about a day or two to actually find the super and kind of say, oh, we need to draw this out. Let's go ahead and do that. So, therefore, that's maybe another good reason why you can take your deep normal off, put your super on here, and then put your deep on. See, that's the bottom super and stopper. See there? So that's what we mean by bottom supering. Now, I don't do it, but there's many people who do it. Now, first, let's talk about the pro for this. So the pro is whenever the bees may come in, they'll find this first before they go up to their brood chamber, their brood box, where all the brood, the queen, is. So therefore, they'll be going up here, and they'll find it and say, oh, let's just go ahead and work this out. It may be like a little bit quicker. One con about it is sometimes the queen may come to the bottom. You never know. So therefore, you'll have to do the same thing. You'll have to put your, whatever you want to do, your queen excluder right here. Now for me, I do not use a queen excluder. To be honest, I don't use one, so for me, it doesn't matter. But for some people, they don't, especially if you're going to try to raise some kind of, honeycomb. Whenever you put it in a jar with all that comb in there, you for sure don't want any eggs. But because whenever you're filtering out honey, you most likely will have a filter on it. So therefore, you don't really have to worry too much about it. But for whenever you're going to make honeycomb, you do have to worry more about it. So that's one pro, and that's one kind of con. The next con, or pro, the con I would say, is one of the biggest ones. So let's say if you have two deeps on top. Let's say you had a double deep hive, right? And you want them to draw out some kind of comb for you. Maybe you don't want to leave any comb on there for them, or any honey. You want to extract the honey. So therefore, once you put the bottom super on, you have to take all this off to put it down there, right? Then whenever you're going to have to come back those 2 weeks later, you're going to have to disassemble all of this. I mean, all of it, you're going to get it mad. So that's one con, a big con that is. Instead, if you were just to do this, if you were just to use your standard here, have your standard thing, then if you have double deeps, you can just put it on top, leave it, come back. You can easily check it in this stage because it's not already on the bottom, so you don't have to lift all that equipment. So, therefore, it's easy to come in here, pick up a frame, see if they draw it out. If they did, great. If they didn't, leave it in there for another week or two. So, those are the methods. Those are the pros and cons. Now, why do beekeepers use this method? Why do they put the super on the bottom? And then why? Because I see it sometimes, and we hear it a lot. Not all the time, honestly. You don't hear about it, but I thought I'd make a quick video about it because I've heard of it. Now, a year or a few months ago, I was watching a video about it. So I thought I'd talk about it in my own thing, and it's a real basic method. And the real reason why people do it is they don't want to wait those extra few days for the bees to come up here. They want them to immediately, right when you put it on, start drawing it out. So therefore, all those worker bees, right, they'll be going into their standard little opening. So therefore, once they go up through the super that's on the bottom, you know, they can find it easier, and then the workers say, hey, we got some empty comb down here. We need some more comb. Let's go down here and draw it out. Rather, if you put it on the top, therefore, it's going to take them about a day, maybe sometimes it'll take them even 3 days to go up to the super and start drawing out. So, those are the real cons, pros. I narrowed it down to the main pros and cons. I think the main con about using the bottom is you have to take all this equipment, all these boxes off to reach this just to check, see if they even drawed it out. So it's a hit or miss, it's just all different, and I thought I'd make my own take on it. But those are the pros and cons, and that's basically what they're used for. Simple as enough, they put it on the bottom, see if they can draw it out quicker. It sometimes works a lot, sometimes it's just a miss. Sometimes it does not work. You'd find the same success if you would put it on the top, right? Well, fellas, I thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Consider giving me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and maybe consider subscribe if you're new here. Well, thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next beekeeping video. Take care, y'all.